This is What It Takes, a show that peers into the minds of groundbreaking innovators. Want to know how they turn big ideas into realities? Keep watching and listening. And as you do, share your questions with #WhatItTakes and you. Today, we're tapping into the mind of Drink Simple founder Kate Weiler. She's a triathlete and self-proclaimed tree chugger whose days and business run on maple water. We start at the root. How do you bring a natural product from the forest to Whole Foods shelves? Then, Kate gives us a taste of what it takes to build up your startup, staying true to your gut. Whether you're embarking on a new venture solo or taking your brand to the next level with a partner, you'll feel nourished with knowledge after this episode. Welcome, Kate. Let's start by recreating a classic, the elevator pitch. What's your 30-second introduction to Drink Simple?
So Drink Simple harnesses the natural filtration power of trees to create clean, delicious maple water that's naturally full of antioxidants, polyphenols. It's a natural hydration that's very sustainable and helps preserve North American forests.
I think that was probably like 12 seconds, so that's pretty good. What was your light bulb moment with maple water?
My business partner and I, we were doing an Ironman triathlon in Mont Tremblant in Canada. And I had just gotten my master's from Northeastern, and I was really into natural products and health and wellness and these types of products that similar to Drink Simple make you feel good and help you achieve those goals in life. And we discovered a small manufacturer's maple water, and we realized that the water is tapped from the tree before it's made to maple syrup, and it can be consumed as this natural hydration that has electrolytes, antioxidants, polyphenols, and that it's half the sugar of coconut water. It's so hydrating and so delicious. We knew there was something there. We didn't decide in that moment we were launching a maple water company for sure, but there was something that really intrigued us about it. We couldn't believe that people hadn't tapped into, pun intended, hadn't tapped into this natural hydration of maple water, and that people were only using it for maple sugar, maple syrup, and more confectionery type maple products.
This is a segment called Ask the Innovator, where we share questions from members of our Northeastern community with folks like you. We want to know, how do you stay motivated?
Well, there's a lot to being an entrepreneur. I think you've got a lot of things on your plate and you've got to be juggling a lot of balls in the air. So being comfortable doing that and jumping from one thing to the next is something, if you're not used to doing that when you're an entrepreneur, you'll learn very quickly how to do that. And I think with how to get things to the finish line, the most important thing I think that entrepreneurs need is a just strong mindset, and to be able to continually push through some really challenging and dark times. And I think a lot of people, when they first start, they want to wait until everything's perfect. And I kind of like the mantra, good is better than perfect. And sometimes good is just what you need, because it can be, great can get in the way of good, where it can thwart progress, and you need to be able to say, okay, I'm just going to go. And the biggest thing that entrepreneurs have is that, I don't want to say fearless, because it's normal to have some fear, but to be okay with risk, to be okay with taking that risk, and to know that, you need to prepare and you need to be smart about it. You need to be thoughtful. You can't just be reckless. However, sometimes I find that a lot of entrepreneurs are waiting for everything to be just right and just perfect. And I think the ones that are most successful are the ones that just plow through some of those walls. And you listen to other entrepreneurs who have built amazing companies, and there are a lot of bumps, there are a lot of mistakes, and there are a lot of things that you didn't plan for. But it's the ones that can continue to persevere and evolve and change and adapt and be nimble that are successful.
Is there a quote from a fellow innovator, change maker, business founder that really sticks with you, that you think of when you're confronting any daily or long-term challenges?
One of the things that's really stuck with me was, I think Oprah asked Michelle Obama, like, oh, how do you feel being in a room with all these powerful men? She's like, you begin to look around and realize that they're basically, they're not that smart and you deserve to be there. And so I think that's really important to be like getting the confidence to say, you're equally as smart and should be there. And Harry Truman said something similar about when he was in the Senate. And, I think that's that mentality of, leaving that intimidation with other people and being really confident in your ideas and your vision and staying true to your gut reaction. There's a lot of different advice being thrown at you, and like trusting your gut and having that self-confidence is one of the things that I guess I wish I had harnessed earlier in my career.
Let's hear how you up your game. Is there a standout skill that you've had to pick up along the way?
I think that, as the company grows, you have to learn about, legal things of terminating people, legal things of hiring people, things that, if you were in a job, if you come from a executive level before, you might have dealt with this, but I think a lot of younger entrepreneurs don't have that skill sets as some of the legal side of things. And I think also dealing with, just dealing with every single aspect of the company. Most people that, whether they're going through a career, they usually have their job and that's it. And so being able to manage all sides of the business, from everything, from the fundraising, from the legal, from the hiring, from just the sales, from the marketing, from the production, from the cleaning, from, just ordering supplies, right? It's just every single part of the business that you're touching. And so as you grow, hopefully you don't have to do all of that and you have to lean into the best use of your time. But I think one of the things that I learned is, because I was so used to doing so much, it took a lot to say, okay, what can other people do? And then, where is my best skill set and where is my time best spent? And I still think I struggle with trying to please different people and getting my time, sucked into different things that probably isn't, the best use of my skill set.
So it's a different concoction for every founder or innovator, but you know what it takes to take something from a sit by a tree and turn it into a full-blown business. So if you had to narrow it down to one ingredient, what does it take to turn something into a real thing?
The one thing I would say is confidence. Because if you have confidence in yourself, then you're going to move the idea forward. I think most people stop because they don't have that confidence. They have some aversion to risk. They don't want to take the risk. They think of all the negative things about it. They think they're not smart enough, or they're not ready, or they think that, they lose some sort of confidence in themselves that they can do it. And so I think that's the one thing, that if you have that confidence, that belief, that passion, then that's going to be probably more beneficial than any business plan, any idea.
And that's what it takes to harvest passions for nutrition, fitness, and local natural resources, turning them into a full-blown beverage business. Thanks to Kate Weiler, Northeastern graduate and Drink Simple founder, for chatting with us. Kate's advice will help you stand tall and leave self-doubt behind. More tree puns, we know, but we had to. Thanks for tuning in. Share your questions and ideas for future guests with #WhatItTakesNU on all platforms. This is What It Takes.